Ruby Bridges, Be the Difference by Krista Foster and Caitlin Baker. I'm Ruby Bridges and I'm African American. My family moved to New Orleans in 1958 when I was 4. I lived in a small house with my mom, dad, and 6 brothers and sisters. I went to an all African American school and I was picked to take a test to determine if I could go to William Frantz Public School. William Frantz was an all-white school that was willing to stop segregation. The new school year was about to start, and I was told that I would not be going to William Frantz because laws could not get passed in time. However, once school started, the judge passed the law, and I was going to switch schools in the middle of the year. I was one of the 4 girls that got picked to go to an all-white school. I was not as nervous knowing I'd be going with 3 other girls, till I was told I was going to William Frantz alone and the other girls were going to another all-white school. On November 14, 1990 was my first day at William Frantz. U.S. Marshals came to my house to drive my mom and I to school. They walked me to the steps of the school to protect us from all the protesters. That day, my mom and I sat in the office and no one talked to us. Once the bell rang, we got up and left for home. When we walked outside, there were more protesters than there was before I entered the school. One woman told me she was going to poison me. Others held up signs and baby dolls and coffins. I was unsure why they were doing this. On the second day of school, I finally met my first grade teacher, Miss Henry. She was young and white, and I was her only student. I was not allowed to leave the classroom until the end of the day. I even had to eat my lunch in the classroom. I started to receive gifts and letters in the mail telling me how I was a brave little girl and how proud they were of me. My mom made me share with my brothers and sisters, but I don't understand why because the gifts were written out to me. One letter that I will never forget is a letter from Eleanor Roosevelt. John F. Kennedy was elected in November and became president January 20th. He was a believer for integration in the schools. Miss Henry influenced and inspired me a lot this year that I even started to talk and act like her. She wrote me a letter that I'll never forget. Robert Coles was a child psychiatrist that helped me talk through my hardships going to school. He became more of a friend than my psychiatrist. Second grade began and I had a new teacher. The classroom was now filled with other African American and white kids. The end. This is me now, and I am a successful woman. I have accomplished more than I would have thought. I am a wife and a mother. I hope I can be a role model to inspire children to be brave and to conquer their fears and dreams. Reference, Bridges by Ruby Bridges, Through My Eyes. Book written and illustrated by Caitlin Baker and Krista Foster.